Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for the week of September 1 through to 15. We'll just get right into it. We're doing the 12 card spread, each card representing a house in your astrological wheel. So for your first house, we have, nice one, Libra. We've got the Three of Pentacles. So that's landing in your first house. So your first house rules your identity, your sense of self, your spark. And that Three of Pentacles suggests that you have produced a quality of work that's really aligned with your sense of self, really aligned with your values. And it's getting noticed. It's getting noticed because it's of high quality, and that's also in keeping with your values. Libra, let's face it, you are ruled by Venus, so is it any wonder? Yeah, and then over to M for our clarifier.
Thanks, Fran. Such an interesting card to have in the first house. For the clarifier, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight is telling us to take a step forward. Where are you kind of sitting in stillness and stoicism? Is this a time to plant this pentacle that's ready to go into the fields below? Or is this a time to kind of stay in your element? And coming in with that card in the first house of the Three of Pentacles, right? Then it's
Mm.
about, yeah, it's connecting to that. What have you already garnered with this connection, the collaboration, the project that you've worked on, and stay with it. Don't be afraid to, um, yeah, trust the work that's come out of that for you.
Yeah, beautiful, M. The insight that I always spark when you speak your wisdom is that you whatever you've created, take it forward. Don't just say, oh, I created that now and I'll stay in one spot. Get some forward moving momentum with whatever it is that you want to bring into the world. Beautiful,
Mm.
M. Thank you. And Libra, in your second house of values and what you're resourced with, how you can create your abundance, you have the Four of Cups. So, in your second house of values and what you're resourced with, and how you can create your abundance, I get the sense that you're a little bit skeptical about abundance working for you. There's been some disappointment, and that old adage of past behavior or past outcomes are the best indicator for future. I think you're bringing the past into the future. So let the past disappointments go and really bring this beautiful achievement, whatever it is, you know what it is, Libra, really bring it out into the world. And I wonder what M's got to clarify our
Yeah.
Four of
Oh, so we have the Seven of Swords, and that is connected to being tactful, diplomatic with whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're working towards. Perhaps this is a time where you do need to trust a little more. And in order to do that, you need to prep. So, doing some research, doing some kind of like digging, some detective work to find out how is it that you can actually make this work for you. If you're feeling mistrustful or kind of on the side of second guessing, lean into that trust for yourself and don't forget to pay attention to the achievements you've already come into this far. That's not all for nothing.
Lovely, Em. And for our, oh, am I doing a clarifier here? No, I'm
I
moving
thought I was
into,
doing the main one. Yeah.
you're doing the main one. Okay, am
I'm
I
doing the
doing a clarifier?
clarifier.
You're
I
doing
got
the
the little
clarifier.
cards.
Okay. So I'm moving on to the third house. Hopefully you can just cut all that out or leave it in
No, I'm leaving it
and
in.
humor. Okay, great. Enjoy that, Libra. This is what happens when you give a reading after a full day of work. The head goes.
Yes.
Um, so in your that's beautiful, Em. I really loved your insights around that. So in your third house of communication, Libra, you have the Three of Wands. So this is really in keeping with that theme, Libra, of getting your stuff out into the world, maybe using some of the strategies that Em was talking about. You might need to be strategic. Who can I talk to? Who am I connected to get this out into the world? But something wants to be born, something wants
Mm.
to go out into the world. That's really
Hmm.
strong here. I wonder what Em's got for our
Yeah.
clarifier.
What's going to come out into the world? Oh, okay. So the scales coming up for you, Libra, in the third house. This is knowing what you're able to give and knowing what you have to keep for yourself to sustain you. So this is charity. It can be, have you been leaning into work for the self a lot lately? Do you need to open out and give back to the community, or have you already been doing that quite a bit and you're feeling wanting for some time for yourself, some self-nourishment and some self-compassion? Where do you feel yourself leaning away from? And do you need to actually lean in towards that more? And maybe that's what needs to come out into the world, needs to be communicated, perhaps as setting a boundary or voicing a need, if you need to take care of yourself. Or is there a way that you can just share what you've got with the people around you that could be needing that? It's up to you to decide.
Mm. Okay, so in the fourth house, we have our friend, the Four of Pentacles.
It
So
keeps coming
this is,
up every
it
reading.
keeps coming up. He won't quit. So
He's
the
stuck.
Four of Pentacles, stop at Four of Pentacles. So this is showing up in your fourth house of family, of what's familiar.
Mm,
I think what this is saying, so that, as you can see, he's a pretty conservative guy. He's holding on to that pentacle pretty tightly. So, he could be a bit of a tight ass, but by the same token, he's careful, he's safe, he's stable. So this is a card of stability. And I get the sense, if showing up in your fourth house, Libra, I wonder if this is family stuff that's you're bringing through and holding you back. So lots of maybe conservative ideals around money and like saving, and don't worry about working for love, just work for money. That's just what's come up for me in your fourth house of family, and the Four of Pentacles being quite conservative around money, but at the same time it is stability. So perhaps our clarifier can shed some light there, Em.
yeah. Oh, so we've got the High Priestess. So we've got the Four of Pentacles in the fourth house, the High Priestess coming in to clarify. There's something hidden. There's something intuitive that you're sensing that needs to be paid attention to or known or brought out into the open, about family, about it could be chosen family, it could be what feels like home, familiar. Think of Cancer the crab in the fourth house with their home on their back and their shell to protect them. So perhaps this is a time to look inwards and see you've got that stability and you've been doing what was always known. Can you use that energy and the safety of that to plumb the depths of what is actually deeper there for you? Could be like, mother or father wounding or parental wounding, stuff that's coming up out of childhood. I'm getting that sense. Where can that kind of get some air into the dark recesses of that part of you?
How interesting.
Hmm.
Beautiful, Virgo. Libra.
It's happening.
It's happening. Um, really lovely. So
Oh no,
now,
this is all getting
oh,
cut out. Do you want me to do that again? Sorry. We'll
okay.
just, yeah.
So now in your fifth house of creative expression, Libra, you have the lovers. So
Mm.
it would suggest, so showing up in your fifth house of creative expression, you could be attracting to yourself a bit of a Leo-like energy, the lovers, or, what popped into my head, Libra, that you are going to fall in love with yourself and your higher self through taking a risk in some form of creative expression. So if there's something you've always wanted to do, art or drama or writing or singing or gardening or anything that you'd like to do, I think taking that leap and giving yourself permission to do it is going to bring through this beautiful lover's energy. So it's going to help you to
Mm.
fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your higher self. And if you're single, that's the time where you are really happy and you're creatively charged and you're falling in love with yourself, you're having new experiences of yourself. That's when you're more likely to attract somebody. So somebody's coming in for you around this creative expression. Wonder what M's
Mm.
got for our clarifier.
Yeah. And in that fifth house, I know you said it was Leo energy too, Fran. And the Lover's card is the Gemini card. So perhaps there's a Gemini floating around or someone that you've had your eye on, whether that's their sun or their rising or their moon or something that's a significant placement. Just keeping an eye out for that too. All right, the clarifier card is the Nine of Wands. And this can be a card of boundaries too. But it also, for me, reflects, is everything that's there enough, or do I need to add this one more thing? So it's about making a decision as to where to go with this energy now. You've started coming into your own in terms of this creativity. You're connecting to yourself, and maybe someone is being drawn to you. How do you protect what you have grown? How do you stay connected to yourself and also make space for someone else to enter into that as well, so that you're not becoming enmeshed or codependent, but that you're actually two individuals and there is some overlap and some healthy connecting there? Hmm.
Lovely. Thank you, Em. So now in your sixth house of work, we've got the Two of Wands. I think, Libra, it's time for you to maybe think of work more broadly. Have you been doing the same old for a while? Is it all very safe? Like that, Four of Pentacles would suggest. Is there something you want to break out into work-wise? So our friend, the Two of Wands, showing up in your house of work really does suggest that you want broader horizons for what you're doing at work. Let's see what M's got for our clarifier.
Yeah, where might that be able to show up? Ooh, okay. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is pre-Empress energy. It's you're looking very abundant and attractive at this time, and maybe that's what you can lean into further to start to express yourself at work differently, or to garner some different opportunities for you. Perhaps there's been a bit of hiding away your abundance, and that coming through could open some doors. That's all I've got for
Mm.
that. Yeah.
Here we go. So, Libra, in your seventh house of relationships, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is all about enthusiasm. So, I think somebody's coming for you, Libra, and there's going to be like a really an infusion of enthusiasm,
Yeah.
openness, spiritedness. But if your relationships have been a little lackluster, this doesn't necessarily have to only be romantic relationships. This could be friendships. Yeah, there's either somebody new coming in for you, new
Mm.
friends coming in, or an injection of enthusiasm in the relationships that already exist for you. And I would say too, what just popped into my head is that that idea of as within, so without. So there's some enthusiasm, some renewed enthusiasm for yourself. So your relationship to self is also getting revitalized. So really positive for your relationships, Libra. And of course, this is your house. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's see what M has for our clarifier.
Okay, so enthusiastic person, lots of humor, lots of life and laughter. Oh my gosh, we've got the Six of Cups. So this card is connected to nostalgia, soulmate, someone coming in, maybe you've known before, or someone that makes you feel like a home. Someone that makes you feel like yourself, like you don't have to work so hard, and it's really light and lovely and just such a good positive energy in this card. So I'm really feeling for you, Libra. Someone is very interesting at the moment for you.
Lovely. So Libra, in your eighth house of transformation and shared resources, you have the Queen of Wands. So this is a great card, Libra. This suggests that you are really willing to be yourself. You don't care about what anybody thinks. Our Queen of Wands, she doesn't care that people are freaked out by her black cat. She's like, I'll have a black cat if I want one. Thank you very much. And this is the spirit, this is the energy that you're entering into. So it's going to make you far more bulgy and brave around transformational opportunities that are coming in for you, and also around shared resources, around negotiating with people, maybe teaming up with people. So yeah, beautiful card, Libra. Let's see what our clarifier
Mm,
brings.
cool. So then we have, oh, the Three of Swords. This card actually brings it into the earth and checks out where are you feeling kind of heavy laden and feeling a bit of suffering, and can you take those swords out of your own heart to lighten it for yourself? This isn't so much, it could be a card of heartbreak, or it could be about what lessons do you need to garner from the previous relationships you've had that will lead to that transformation, as we need to see in the eighth house. is there a relationship that you've reflected on or that you can think back to that has like this unspoken message that you need to tap into further? I'm wondering about that actually. Hmm.
How interesting. Lovely. And Libra, in your ninth house, you have
Ah,
the Seven of Pentacles. So this is showing up in the ninth house, which is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is expansion. The ninth house is higher mind, higher learning, it's travel. Um, and the Seven of Pentacles is all about asking yourself the question, what I'm putting energy into, is it worth my time? Is it worth my effort? Is it exhausting me? Is it impacting other areas of my life? So it's really just about asking the question. Given the positivity of the surrounding cards, I do get the sense for you, Libra, that whatever you're putting energy into, you are reaping the rewards. But let's get that clarifier from them.
yeah, as you were speaking, a card jumped out and it was the Star card. So that's wish fulfillment.
Mm.
There's something coming through for you in that ninth house about something you've always really wanted. And this card is saying, don't be afraid to dream big. Connect to what really makes your heart sing and makes you excited about life. Where can you open that up at the moment?
Oh, lovely. And just as you were saying that, I got a very strong sense that that wish, that star card, if you've wished for some travel, whether it be big or small, that's coming through for
Mm,
you. So that's really lovely for you,
cool.
Libra. So now in your 10th house of career, wow, you have the world.
Oh,
You
wow.
have the world,
Cool.
Libra. So yeah, your 10th house rules career, your contribution, generally your contribution to the world and your public face, recognition. So this is a card of great achievement and accomplishment and recognition. It suggests that you're really coming to your own. What you've worked for is manifesting and is going to continue manifesting in a really abundant way. So you're getting noticed at
Hmm.
this time, Libra. Really positive up there in your 10th house.
Cool. And
And yeah.
such a strong card to have in the 10th house. And I think the world card is Capricorn's card, and in addition to the devil, but this is also another one of Capricorn's energies. So very positive to have that in the 10th house of career. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, and then you've got the wheel of fortune.
Wow. What are you
It's
doing,
yeah.
Libra?
What kind of job do you have?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So it's that paying or not paying attention to, but really trusting that the universe is delivering what it needs to for you in your work and career. I wonder if that's connected to the card that was asking if you needed to travel or you were considering expanding what you were doing in work. Maybe this is kind of that second reinforcer for that too. Is this time to take a bit more of a bigger risk because it's safer to do that? Yeah, just checking with yourself around that.
Wow, fantastic. Good stuff, Libra. So in your 11th house, Libra, you have the Page of Cups. So the 11th house is hopes, wishes, it's friendships, it's groups. And the Page of Cups represents a dream that you need to earth, you need to bring through. So in your 11th house, I'd imagine that it's perhaps talking to friends that can manifest this dream for you. In the house of hopes and wishes, it might be really just acknowledging you have this wish. Sometimes we can be a little bit scared to admit it to ourselves. And I think what is being asked of you by the 11th house is to share this wish with friends. And that's going to support it manifesting. What's M got for our clarifier?
Again, the card fell out while you're talking, the temperance card. This can be seen as a card of balance, and that's connected to you, Libra, but it can also be about transformation. So, what is kind of pouring from one cup into the other? How are you conducting alchemy to turn your situation into something wonderful, abundant? Um, how is it helping you to step onto this path here and walk towards the light? This is connected to your wishes, yeah, connections, friendships. Um, where in your relationships can you transform them so that they are deeper, more sustaining, and fulfilling?
Oh, lovely, Em. Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Libran, finally, in your 12th house of all things hidden,
Oh,
secrets of spirituality, you have the Hermit. I get with this card that, so this is Virgo's card.
Mm.
You need to, and Virgo rules choices. So, and in your house of spirituality, Libra, I feel like you might need to choose because it feels like there's a lot going on here in your reading, like the world, you've got some really powerful cards. I think you might need to take some time just for gentle reflection to make sure you're filling the tank back up.
Mm.
Um, what have you got for our clarifier, Em?
Yeah, so reflection. We've got the Knight of Cups, and like straight away, this is just telling me when you are doing that reflection, when you're taking stock of everything that's coming for you over the next fortnight, and you're connecting to yourself, someone is going to present themselves as a knight in shining armor. That could be a romantic partner, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, someone who just delivers the message exactly as how you need to hear it at that time, in exactly a nourishing way as you need to have it said. And that will only come when you have that chance to do that reflection and connection to your inner life as well. So that's such a nice reward and a positive outcome to work towards. If it doesn't come for you, that could be connecting to the message of insight being delivered within yourself as well. So amazing reading for you, Libra.
Lovely, Libra. Really exciting. Looks great. And we'll see you next time.